Hello, my darlings. It's time for that book drop sale. So, this is going to be $3 for hardbacks, $2 for paperbacks. And every book has a number, and we're going to just dive right into this because I'm trying to get through the boxes of books. As I mentioned, in one of my previous videos, the Arden Fair is at the end of the month, and I would love to be able to donate the books that I don't sell to them for their huge book booth. If you're in the Delmarva area, by all means, it's September 2nd. I don't think it's the 3rd. I think this time that Saturday is the 2nd, and it's an awesome folk fair. Absolutely wonderful. There's an antiques market. There's stuff for little kids to do. There's juried crafters. There's a beer garden with live music. The Arden Singers, which I used to be part of, runs the beer booth. Why you put the actors in charge of the alcohol, I will never understand, but they run the beer booth. And inside Old Guildhall, in the main room, there is a very large book sale. So, I am shipping from the Philadelphia area, and I use Pirate Ship for shipping. All these would go media mail. I do combine shipping if you buy more than one book. But all paperbacks are going to be $2. Hardbacks will be $3. Some of these I've had, and I never read them, like Gemini here. I know I never read. So, we have Misty's Twilight by Marguerite Henry, and it's this wonderful kids book. A lot of her books are horses, about horses, or horses as characters. It's from Scholastic. The spine doesn't even have a crease on it. It's in good shape. This is a $2 book. It is number 86. Now the next one does have its issues there, but this is an old one. The Door in the Wall by Marguerite D'Angeli. There are some lovely pen and ink images hiding in here. If we can get to a few. Almost looks like Hamlet and his father. I like that one. That's a really nice one. So it's a good reading copy or a junk journaling copy. So this is $3, number 74. This fiction one is The Fables of Aesop. So it's all there. It's all nice and clean. It is number 70. I've read this one a couple of times, but I don't know how old it is. I was stupid as a kid, and I put that embossing thing on there. But that's number 70. And then this hardback kids book is, you can see the wear on the spine. There's some ink spilled here. It is one of the Five Little Peppers books. Five Little Peppers and How They Grew. It would be good for junk journaling if you wanted to. There's not a lot of illustrations, but there's an illustration at the beginning of every chapter. And this is number 24. Again, it's a hardback. It would be $3. Now, Gemini by Dominique Taylor is a mystery. I have a whole pile of mystery books if you happen to like them. And this is in excellent shape. You know, there's no creases or anything on it. If I read it once. And then that was it. From 1984. And this one is number 17. This is another murder mystery. Kay Nolte Smith, Elegy for a Soprano. Now this won an Edgar Award. Well, she did. She's an Edgar Award author. Now that is a prize for mystery writing. based on Edgar Allan Poe. And this is $3. This is number 28. Sorry about the focus now and then. I'm still having issues with this. Now, this is a big one. The Pictorial Encyclopedia of Plants and Flowers. The dust jacket is doing its job protecting the cloth, but it is a big one. It has an inscription in there. This one is from 1966. You know, back then, come on, focus for me. Why did you stop focusing? There we go. You know, a lot of these books back then, the pictures were mostly black and white with a few color ones in. And even though it's a nice big thick one, it is just $3 and it is number 68. And remember, for the weight of books, media mail does go cheaper than standard mail. Now, this is a nonfiction book, Gluttons and Libertines, Human Problems of Being Natural. I don't think I read it, because with a title like that, though, I could see why I was interested. It's basically looks at all the different things of modern civilization, like curiosity of why some cultures eat insects versus other types of protein. Like us, we mostly eat cows and chickens, but it's a whole other world out there. You've got, these are the different categories that he writes about so that you can see what they are. And this one is 51, number 51. Again, hardbacks are $3. Now I'm going to sit down here. Now we have all the paperbacks. I got to be careful where I sit it, because if I sit it there, they're going to fall off. So, I really did like Georgette Heyer. I haven't read all of her stuff. This one is really good. I really do like her style. There's a certain Edgar Allan Poe creepiness to a lot of her writing. You know, that dark and stormy night, and, you know, is the house haunted or isn't it? And I found her stuff really kind of fun to put you on the edge of your seat. So all paperbacks. Paperbacks are $2 each. This mystery by Georgette Heyer, Why Shoot the Butler, is number 31. Mignon Eberhardt, 3 Days for Emeralds. Does it say on the back? Murder Among Friends. I'll give you a second to take a look at the write-up. And this one is number 18. Nadia Marsh, Killer Dolphin. I read this one a long time ago. He's not quite my style. It is one of his Inspector Allen mysteries. I think Mystery on PBS has actually done a couple Inspector Allen of Scotland Yard shows, but this one just was not my cup of tea. It is number 38. Mary Roberts Reinhardt, The After House, one of the big names in mystery whose books have definitely stood the test of time. There's the back. I'm doing this so you guys can pause and read the backs to see if you like them. Number 12 for this one. And remember, they are $2 for the paperbacks, $3 for the hardbacks. Charlotte McLeod, writing as Elisa Craig, The Terrible Tide. I did read this one. I do like Charlotte McLeod. I think she wrote one of them based around Gilbert and Sullivan's Sorcerer. She did one book that's based around one of the Gilbert and Sullivan operettas. I think it was around Sorcerer, which is my favorite, that and Iolanthe. So, this one is number 59. Now, an Elizabethan mystery by Edward Marston. It was good. Not a period of history I preferred the Brother Cadfael mysteries. It was well written. I liked it. I'm just not that big into the Elizabethan period. I think it was very well researched for the history of it, the history side of things, but the mystery side was very good. So there is. The Queen's Head is number 23. And then this is Agatha Christie, who also wrote under the name Mary Westmacott. And this is one called Unfinished Portrait. And unlike her Agatha Christie ones, look how big this is. Most of the ones she wrote as Agatha Christie are quite small. You know, most of them are short and sweet and quick reads. So that mystery book is number 83. Now, fiction, just general fiction. This is the only theater one. It has these plays in it: Mother Courage, Diary of a Scoundrel, La Ronde, Yeats's Purgatory. My mouth don't want to work. Come on. There we go. This is number 34. Plays are interesting to read because then you can always like make it happen in your head and just decide how you want to have it. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Honestly, I think this was a second copy that I never read because there's not a crease on that spine, nothing. So I think I ended up with more than one copy. This is number 44. The Iron Crown. Now, I picked this up because I had read The Wolf and the Dove, and I found it interesting. It's kind of like Viking period. So again, not a huge period that I'm a fan of, but it was fun. It was a fun read. The Iron Crown by Claire Barrell, number 73. How many of us remember The Thornbirds being the miniseries with Richard Chamberlain and... she was so young when she did that too, and I cannot remember her name. But this is Colleen McCullough's The Thornbirds. Oh, you can see like the back here has crinkled up. And there, if you don't know The Thornbirds, there's that. I mean, the 80s were a time, really, of the late 70s through the 80s was a time of the miniseries. I remember my whole family, including my father, stopped to watch Roots. Mom and I watched Thornbirds. This one didn't make as big an impression on me as Roots and Shogun did. Now, Shogun also had him in it. This is number 55. Jackie Collins, if that name sounds familiar to you, she is the sister of Joan Collins, the actress who's probably most known for being Alexis on Dynasty. And Jackie was her sister who wrote a bunch of books, all based on Hollywood. And there was always an argument about how much of her books were real and based on real people and how much was fiction. And she always said she'd never tell. So there's that one. Now, this is a fiction book, and it is number 13. And then this is an old classic, Vicar of Wakefield. If you like reading about country life in England, this is in the 1760s, so the mid to late 1700s. So you're thinking in terms of what else is comparable? Because Jane Eyre is later, I believe. I don't think that's 1760. But if you like that kind of thing, which that village life kind of story, like Cranwell and Elizabeth Gaskell books, this is a very good one. It's really nicely done. I liked Vicar of Wakefield by Oliver Goldsmith. It's one of my favorite books. I actually have a hard copy, so I am getting rid of the paperback. This one is larger type for ease of reading, and it is number 52. Now, for the nonfiction books. How many of us grew up watching that talk show? I know in my house, you came home from school, and when I was really small, Dark Shadows was on. But after that, then it was Mike Douglas, and then after that, we watched Merv Griffin. So this is Merv Griffin, an autobiography. This was great reading this. It just was a trip down memory lane. I grew up watching old Hollywood movies. I really loved old movies. I grew up watching a thing called Matinee at the Bijou, which I wish I could find on YouTube. I wish New Jersey Public Broadcasting would rerun it because it showed you the old movie serials like Perils of Pauline and Flash Gordon. This is number 65 for Merv, $2 paperback. But he talks about, the interviews he had, the people he knew. And so that one was a trip down old Hollywood lane reading the Merv Griffin book. This is With Malice Toward None, The Life of Abraham Lincoln by Stephen Oates. And so if you are into the history of the country or the presidents or of the Civil War time period, then this is one for you. And this is number 50. This is Kate, The Life of Katharine Hepburn by Charles Hyman. Now, this one is very cool because he got to know her and she actually allowed him to use personal photographs inside, which in the paperback, where'd they go? They did reproduce quite a few pictures and some that were private ones. I know there's one of her as a little girl that's in here near the front here. This one, that's from her personal collection. So are a couple others of these. But he got to know her and she agreed to sit and work with him on this biography. So it really is a good read. And this one is number 72. I mean, seriously, talking about old Hollywood, you can't not talk about Katharine Hepburn. So there's that one. Now this is In the Shadow of Man. I think this is the book that really put Jane Goodall on the map for her animal work with primates. Did I say what number Kate was? Kate is number 72. I almost forgot there. And so this was, if you like science books on nature, this is a good one. This is what really got her noticed and actually started getting funding for more animal studies in nature and how they work with things. And this one is number 36. And this one's in really good shape too. You can feel there's one little crease because I'm usually very careful when I read them. And then this is Jack the Ripper, the complete case book by Donald Rumbelow. And he believed that he had uncovered some new evidence. He had theories of who it could be. And then there was after this came out, years after this came out, there was it Patricia Cornwell, the mystery writer? There was somebody else who believed that she picked up where he left off and solved the case definitively, had enough evidence to actually put it to bed. So somewhere I probably have her book too. But everything I've read about it says you should read this one and then hers. So here is the complete case book on Jack the Ripper, the one by Donald Rumbelow, and this is number 41. And that is all the books for this sale. And as usual for drop sales, my Fairy Realm members, members for my channel get it for 24 hours before it, I just ripped it more. before it goes out to everybody else. This was a thing for my light box, but the cat shredded one end, and now I just put a hole in it. Oh well, I still have the black one, which is more helpful. So, there we go. So I do combine shipping, and if you have not become a member of my channel, I do have memberships, but by all means subscribe. You don't have to join and become a member. You could just subscribe, because this really surprised me. Look at this. July 22nd, I had 382 new viewers watching, and only 24 returning viewers. What was that? I was really surprised at that. But by all means, please like and subscribe. I see that the videos there's more videos than there are live streams. So, but they are pretty equal. In the last 28 days, the live streams and the videos are actually pretty equal in time. But by all means, please like, subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe to the channel. Right now, I'm at 1,150. I would love to see that get up to 200. 1,200 would be awesome. And these analytics show you how things track. Like as of right now, the channel's had 115 views, because everybody's probably starting to see the video on the box that showed up over a year later. Wow. So by all means, like and subscribe. And the algorithm that they use is one of the things they use on eBay to make sure you come back is if people leave comments. The more comments are on a video, the more they will share it. They'll put it into people's algorithms more. So I would love to have, see if we can't get me up to 1,200. That would be awesome. Can we do that before my birthday? My birthday is October 27th. Do you think we can get me 50 more viewers by October 27th? Because then there's going to be a party. We're going to have a party that night. There is a live sale October 26th, and my birthday's the 27th. And since my live sales go past midnight, we're going to party. As for this week, though, there will be a live sale Thursday night this week at 11 p.m., so that would be Thursday, the 17th of August, 2023, and I hope to see you there. There will be ephemera, there will be porcelain, there will be some vintage postcards. So it will be a usual surprise of stuff. And I did find some porcelain, because I actually went to a Goodwill and went shopping and found some really cute little things, including the sweetest little wall pocket with a rose on it. I've never seen one so small. It's really cute. You'll have to see it. So I hope to see you all Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch it on the replay. These books, this sale will be offered to my members first, and then it will go public 24 hours later. The book sale is open for 1 week. So today is Monday. This will go live for everybody on Tuesday evening. And so the following Tuesday, it'll be done. And then I'll do whatever with any books that are left over. And the same thing is with my live sales. If you see something in a live sale, you can always email me about it or make a comment in the description under the comments. And those are good for 1 week. I can't always guarantee I would still have the stuff around after a week, because we are trying to empty this house. So have a great day, guys. I hope you find some books you'd like to have for some summer reading. We still have the month of August to get through, and hot weather all over the place. So why not chill out in the air conditioning and read a book? So I will see you all Thursday night. like, subscribe, and bless you all.